Fat burning exercises ranked. Hey you! Don't click away yet. Stick with me till the end to discover which exercise secretly tortures calories without feeling like death. Trust me, your beach body is begging you to know this one. Okay, so today me and my friend John, poor guy had no idea what he was signing up for, are putting ourselves through absolute torture to rank different fat burning exercises. Why? Because apparently I hate myself. And John too, apparently. But also, science. We're going to find out which exercise burns the most calories, which ones give you the most bang for your buck, and which ones are totally wasting your precious gym time. High intensity training, the oh god why category. First up was high intensity training because, well, that's what all the fitness influencers with their perfect abs tell us to do, right? We started with 60 seconds of sprints. Just 60 seconds. Sounds easy enough? Wrong. John's heart rate immediately shot up to 185 and he was gasping like a fish out of water. That was brutal, he panted. I go to that water fountain over there. For the dogs. Yeah, right, buddy. Quick side note. John works as our finance guy and he's trying to lose some weight too. So I'm basically using him as my guinea pig. What are friends for, if not to torture each other in the name of fitness? Next up, burpees for 60 seconds, then mountain climbers. You know those exercises that make you question all your life choices? Yeah, those ones. Keep going! Keep going! I yelled, while John looked like he might actually murder me. Afterwards I asked him, how would you rank burpees on a scale of 1 to 10? 11, he wheezed. And the sprints? 12, no 10. He couldn't even think straight anymore. For me, sprints were maybe like an 8 or 9, but those burpees? They broke my personal exertion scale, like trying to function on a Monday morning after staying up till 3 a.m. watching just one more episode of that new Netflix show. If we wanted to help John torch calories without him potentially collapsing, we needed to find alternatives. Thank God we still had 47 exercises to try. The challenge. After finishing my assault bike circuit, I had an amazing idea. Amazing for me, terrible for my wallet as it turns out. Hey John, if you can beat my total of 34 calories in a minute, I'll give you $50 cash. I'm okay with not... Come on, let's go, I interrupted because apparently I enjoy financial ruin. Now some of you data nerds, I say with love, might be wondering how an assault bike claimed I burned 34 calories in just 1 minute when our previous exercises showed way lower numbers. That's exactly why we use those fancy VO2 masks for our data. They measure oxygen and CO2 plus heart rate to get the real numbers. I called my buddy Dr. Ruth Less about this. She's basically the science guru of fitness, and he confirmed what I suspected. Those cardio machines lie worse than my ex. Cardio machines are really a bit of a black box, she told me. The only way I'd use their energy expenditure numbers is for comparing previous sessions on the same machine. If you burned 30 last time and 60 this time, you probably did twice as much work. But beyond that, total garbage. Despite learning this, a deal's a deal. And... Don't pass out! Don't pass out! Breathe, John, breathe! The madman actually beat my number. Instead of the lying machine's 34 plus calories, we actually burned around 12-13 calories per minute. But John still gets his $50. My wallet was not prepared for this plot twist. John hits the wall almost literally. Between exercises, we waited for our heart rates to come back to something resembling normal human levels. That's when I found John sprawled on the floor looking like he'd just run from a bear. Let's get John off his deathbed. Tapping out? Yeah, I'm done. He could barely form sentences at this point. Turns out my scientifically optimized fat loss workout was about as sustainable as my New Year's resolutions by January 5th. Time for Plan B. Low intensity exercise where you can actually breathe and exercise simultaneously. First test, incline walking. We started at 3 miles per hour with a tiny 2% incline, burning around 6 calories per minute. Not bad. When we bumped it up to 3.5 miles per hour with a 6% incline, calorie burn jumped by 30%. That's pretty sweet for something that doesn't make you question your will to live. But you know those people at the gym? The ones who crank the treadmill up to Mount Everest levels, but then hold onto the rails for dear life? Yeah, we tested that too. It dropped calorie burn by a whopping 20%. A 2014 study found the exact same thing. If you're leaning on the treadmill, you're basically making yourself lighter, Dr. Les explained when I asked about it. You're only working part of your body weight, so fewer calories burned. But it's so much easier, John said, looking genuinely happy to not be gasping for air for the first time that day. The biggest surprise? Longboarding, something I used to do back in college when I thought I was cool, burned a shocking 11 calories per minute. That beat the elliptical Stairmaster and all those other boring torture machines. John wasn't feeling the skateboard vibes. He has this weird thing about not wanting to break his arm. But basketball worked awesome for him. And get this, he was smiling. While exercising, miracles do happen. "Getting easier, man," he shouted while dribbling. I hadn't seen him this excited since the office ordered pizza last Friday. Dr. Les basically summed up what we were learning. First, figure out if you even can do high-intensity stuff without dying. If yes, do you actually enjoy it? Great. If not, don't do it. Genius, right? Who would have thought enjoying your workout matters? Strength training, not the calorie-burning hero we thought it was. Next up, strength training. I was sure this would be the calorie-burning jackpot. Nope. Unless we were lifting weights that made us question our life choices, strength training burned way fewer calories than cardio. John could barely last a minute on most exercises, and this dude makes spreadsheets for like 12 hours straight sometimes. Dr. Les explained why. Strength training is actually more intense than so-called high-intensity cardio. It's so intense that instead of going a minute on, 2 off, you're doing like 5-12 reps in 20 to 30 seconds, then resting for ages. You spend more time scrolling Instagram between sets than actually lifting. Weight training is awesome for keeping muscle, so you don't end up skinny fat. But for pure calorie burn, not the hero we thought. We also tested abs exercises like crunches, which burned about as many calories as blinking. At that rate, you'd need to do crunches for 17 hours to burn 1 pound of fat. I'd rather eat nothing but celery for a month. And I hate celery with a burning passion usually reserved for people who drive slow in the fast lane. The neat revelation that blew my mind. Just when I thought I had all the data I needed for John's perfect fat loss plan, Dr. Les dropped this truth bomb. If someone does crazy intense intervals for 45 minutes 3 times a week, it'll have way less impact than if they just went from being a couch potato with 3,000 to 4,000 steps to getting 7,000 to 9,000 steps daily. Simply walking more would make losing fat a breeze compared to those killer workouts. I just sat there with my mouth open. All this torture for nothing. Testing everyday stuff. This meant testing everything. Vacuuming, folding laundry, which I hate with a passion that rivals my celery hatred, and even just standing. John tested calories burned while standing, sitting, fidgeting, and playing video games. "That's a game?" I asked, watching his screen. "No, I'm burning calories, man," he shot back, clicking furiously. "Sure." Walking outside, just regular, boring walking, burned about 6 calories per minute for John. That's almost a third of what he burned, nearly dying during sprints. Pretty sure I know which one he'd rather do for 30 minutes. When forced to choose between burpees or washing dishes. Dishes! All day! Every day! John practically shouted. Can't say I blame him. Finding John's perfect exercise. Still determined to find a high-calorie burning exercise that John might actually want to do more than once in his life, I went down an internet rabbit hole looking for miracle exercises. We tested boxing, which was actually pretty fun, medicine ball slams, great for pretending it's your boss's face, and power walking. Just try to go as fast as you can, I instructed during power walking. You look like a bunch of angry mums at the mall. John did not appreciate that comment. Then I found this wild claim that chess players burn up to 6,000 calories daily during tournaments. That's like 2 pounds a day just from moving little pieces around a board. Since I don't know how to play chess, patience isn't my strong suit, John and I played high-stakes checkers, double or nothing on his $50 bonus, because apparently I didn't learn my lesson the first time. While waiting for John to make his moves, seriously, how long does it take to decide where to move a checker? We tested ridiculous TikTok trends like single-leg burpees and kettlebell swings. Spoiler alert, they didn't burn nearly as many calories as claimed. I am shocked. Shocked, I tell you. Okay, not really. The checkers match was close, but John beat me. Again. There goes another $50. My credit card is sobbing. As for calorie burn, a pathetic 2.2 calories per minute, barely more than just sitting there contemplating my poor life choices. Dr. Les wasn't surprised. Sure, thinking hard burns more calories than zoning out. You probably burn more playing chess than listening to Joe Rogan, but 6,000 calories? That's complete BS. But maybe not as diplomatically worded as that. The results that nobody saw coming. Now $100 poorer, but armed with more fitness data than most personal trainers, I was ready for the big reveal. What exercise do you think burned the most calories? I asked John. Gotta be burpees, he replied instantly. But I don't care if they burn 1,000,000 calories a minute, I still wouldn't do them. Your number one all-time highest calorie burning exercise were boxing. Seriously? Wow. His eyebrows shot up like they were trying to leave his face. And you actually had fun doing it, right? Yeah, it was fun. Just felt like we were messing around. Our top 3 calorie tortures were sprinting, boxing, and this hellish move called the Devil's Press, aptly named. Although sprints technically burn the most calories on average, boxing burned the most calories compared to how hard it felt, making it the clear winner in my book. I mean, who wants to feel like they're dying while working out? Not me, that's for sure. For low-intensity options that still burn decent calories, longboarding, my personal fave, basketball, John's choice, and just plain walking worked awesome. Combine any of these with some strength training a few times a week, and boom, fat loss city, population, you. The actual secret to fat loss that nobody wants to hear. The real secret? Finding workouts you don't absolutely hate and can stick with longer than a week. That's what we found for John. Though maybe we should get him an actual coach now instead of me just torturing him for views. Oops, did I say that out loud? Hey, don't just read this and bounce. If you enjoyed watching me torture John and learning something useful, smash that subscribe button on my YouTube channel. Drop a like and comment below telling me which exercise shocked you the most. Your engagement helps the algorithm gods smile upon us and helps more people find actually useful fitness info. Remember, while exercise is great, you can't outrun a bad diet. That's why we help with both workouts and nutrition. Thanks for hanging out with me on this sweaty journey. See you next time, unless John murders me for making him do more burpees, in which case, it was nice knowing you all.